Welcome to the Now, I'm Ashley Jenkins. Doesn't take much at all to spin the Konami hate train going, and it's full steam ahead again thanks to some of the company's recent interactions on Twitter. Gotta be careful about that, guys. This week, the company that fired Hideo Kojima stated that it had no plans at all to finish the missing content from Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, which many believe to be the game's true ending, for the just announced definitive experience coming this fall. The now infamous Chapter 51 that showed up on the Collector's Edition reportedly deals with a number of threads left dangling at the end of Phantom Pain, specifically what becomes of Eli and Psycho Mantis. Fans have not responded particularly well to being told by Konami, 1 year after the game came out, that they would not be finishing its content. However, the Metal Gear community manager did appear in a thread over at Metal Gear Informer to try and smooth things over a little bit, dishing out some details about Chapter 51. And apparently, it was cut early on in the game's development and was initially planned as DLC, but then cut from post-launch plans early in development too. See, guys? The ending was supposed to be bad. Now do you feel better? No? Weird. Just how many people are refunding No Man's Sky because they don't feel good about that either? Well, after a lot of commotion made earlier this week about thousands of gamers getting refunded over No Man's Sky, some people are digging into the actual percentage of players returning the game. According to some work done by Steam Spy's creator, Sergey Galyunkin, and another user on Twitter, Eugene Krylov, the number is around 4.6%, but thanks to margin of error, it could be anywhere from 3 to 6% high on Steam. This data is based on a sample size of over 1,000 No Man's Sky users who may or may not have the game in their Steam libraries anymore following the great No Man's Sky purge. Galyunkin tweeted that there's 98% confidence the refunds fall in that range. For comparison's sake, the new Deus Ex has a refund rate of less than 1% on Steam, so that makes 3 to 6 abnormally high, to say the least. Considering No Man's Sky is closing in on 760,000 owners, it'd make for returns ranging anywhere from 22,800 to about 45,600, thereabouts. So not quite the insanity that people might expect, but that's nothing to sneeze at either. That's a lot of money. The hopes of Assassin's Creed fans that we'd get a surprise announcement of the oft-rumored new game for January have all but faded, but fear not. It seems we may have a remastered collection headed our way this fall. Leaked marketing materials for the Ezio collection surfaced yesterday at Gameblog France. Vive la France! Getting all the good leaks lately. According to their sources, the collection will feature Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, plus all DLC for each of the games. In addition, it'll also include the 2 animated movies, Embers and Lineage. As for performance improvements, the source claims that it'll run at 1080p, 30 frames a second, plus it'll have some upgraded textures for better visuals. As of right now, there is still no release date for the Ezio collection, but rumors put it somewhere in November, replacing that old yearly Assassin's Creed release. A remastered Assassin's Creed may be coming, but it doesn't seem to be the case any longer with another much-demanded remaster. And this one I'm kind of sad about, the Mass Effect trilogy. After EA stoked the fires recently that a remaster for the sci-fi series could be on the way, EA's Peter Moore has since pulled the rug out from under all of us, saying it's probably not going to happen. According to Moore, the reason for that is that even though they could make easy money with them, we just feel like we want to go forward. There's a little thing called Mass Effect Andromeda that we're totally focused on at BioWare, and it's going to be magnificent. Moore also added that they don't have the resources to allocate a whole team toward development of the titles, so seems like we're unfortunately not getting those remasters anytime soon. I think the more surprising thing is that EA isn't interested in easy money, or so they say. That's like their thing. But, oh well, we're the poorer for it. I would totally have replayed that trilogy. The nostalgic Netflix hit Stranger Things is officially getting season 2. You might have noticed because I totally wore that shirt yesterday, the Rooster Teeth Stranger Things shirt, because I was so excited about it. It shouldn't really surprise anyone given just how much the internet has been obsessed with it, but it's still nice to get actual confirmation. Netflix announced the renewal yesterday with a very brief teaser that lists out the names of all 9 season 2 episodes, which means it's 1 episode longer than season 1. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, the show's creators said it'll take place 1 year later, probably to account for growing kids, even though they initially thought about jumping ahead 1 decade into the 90s. As for what season 2 is going to have in it, we can probably expect more Dungeons & Dragons, sweet 80s throwbacks, alternate universes, and of course, super cute kids. They're so cute! We've got a new host of small NX rumors that hit the tubes this week. After learning last week that the NX may have motion controls and a multi-touch 720p screen, we've learned that it may also have a share button and a split D-pad. Plus, we got more about its specific dimensions and got wind that it may be region-free. Nintendo, you got nothing left! All those small details come by way of Let's Play Video Games, who broke some of the news about the NX last week as well. They've caveated some of the new information by saying that one of their sources turned out to be less than reliable, but some of their other sources have agreed with most of the information. According to them, the NX is going to be slightly thicker than a folded 3DS XL, and when both controllers are attached to the sides of the screen, it'll be just a tiny bit slimmer than a PS4 controller. Of course, gamers are most excited by the thought that the NX could be totally region-free because we like spending money on imports, especially when it comes to Nintendo. You know, some of those games take years and years to come over here. Also, I had to rebuild an entire library when I moved countries. That sucked. So, region-free, let's do it. Not content to let Harambe get all the animal meme attention, Grumpy Cat, of all cats, is back in the news. This time with a good old grumpy lawsuit. The cat who's never happy's team is suing a coffee maker for $600,000 for selling pirated Grumpy Cat goods. Grenade Beverage, the defendant, originally had a licensing deal with Team Grumpy Cat to sell an iced coffee flavor called Grumpuccino. Because if you were like, you know, what kind of coffee do I want? What kind of mood do I want to be in today? I think I'll have a Grumpuccino. Yeah, there's no way that did well, right? But for some reason, Grenade Beverage decided it must mean they've got a license to sell whatever they want, which prompted them to start making other Grumpy Cat merchandise. They're now being asked to shell out $150,000 for each of the 4 copyrights they violated, plus other damages for trademark infringement and breach of contract. But will it finally make Tartar Sauce smile? Probably not. Our fake astronauts are back from fake space. The high seas for mission to Mars just ended, closing out an experiment that put substitute astronauts in an isolated simulation for over a year. The volunteer astronauts were, of course, nowhere near Mars or even space, but inside a Hawaiian volcano, living in a 36-foot habitat and occasionally running missions out into the rocky terrain in full space gear. The mission, which seems designed to drive people insane over the course of the year, gave NASA valuable data on emergency drills as well as other simulations needed to plan a full trip to Mars. In general, most of the Fauxstronauts are just glad the damn thing's over, with one of them saying, "It is kind of like having roommates that are just always there and you could never escape them." If that sounds like a ringing endorsement to you, the University of Hawaii is taking applications for their next year-long simulation for the next few days. What do you guys think of all the stories in today's roundup? Let us know in the comments, and for future updates from every corner of the internet, remember to like this video and subscribe to The Know.
Super clean read. Go.
Super clean read, go! Welcome to The Know, I'm Ashley Jenkins. Doesn't take much to... Nope, okay, so when I said it was gonna be a clean read today, what I meant was na 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 na. Hey!